I still can't believe you went. What are you thinking? Going to that place? Wish you hadn't got yourself into this mess, but you did. You can't run forever. I know you were just trying to do right by me, so I need you to do what's right by us. Now, please, Cass. I am so tired of fighting. I just want it to be over. I want you home. The girls want you home, but if you don't deal with this, then we are done for good. I love you. But I won't wait forever. Suze.
Jesus, Suze.
Girls need you a Christmas card.
Ah, fuck. Merry fucking Christmas.
Still Wakes the Deep is a first-person psychological horror game developed by the Chinese Room and published by Secret Mode. It was released in 2024 for Steam, PlayStation 5, Microsoft Windows, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox Cloud Gaming, and GeForce Now. The protagonist for the game is Cameron Kaz McCleary, who has fled to an oil rig with the help of the chef and close friend of his, Roy, after an assault on another man, landing him in trouble with the police.
Kaz me old mucker. I do.
McCleary! To my office. That means now, not as soon as you're ready. Now!
Ah, the sweet sound of Davy Rennick.
You think it's the police?
Can't be surprised, Kaz. You heard from Suze?
She's talking about divorce.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kaz. She'll come around.
Not if I get to jail, she won't.
Well, maybe you could have considered that while you were battering Billy Chamberlain's head in.
Cunt slagged off Suze, he had it coming.
And there he is. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee, and swears like the devil himself. Listen, mate, even if it is the police, maybe it's best to just go back and face it, yeah?
Ugh, I don't know, Roy. I'm fucking scun up with the whole thing.
The Lord loves you, mate, no matter what. And I'm pretty sure Suze does too.
After a drilling accident, things take a dark turn on the Beiradi oil rig. Everyone must either escape or suffer a fate worse than death.
Jesus, Gregor! Gregor! Get away from the end! Gaz! Get back, man! Gaz! Help me! Gaz! Don't let me die! Please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die! Jesus, just hang on! Fuck! Fuck!
The gameplay revolves mainly around stealth or running for your life. Think of Soma, or if you're unfamiliar with that game, think Alien Isolation, but with no weapons. You'll be running around the rig as it's slowly torn apart by the creatures infesting it, either trying to find a way off, or fix the various faults to keep it functioning so you all stay alive.
Stop fat. Jesus. My heat. Fucking hell.
At the same time, Kaz will be assaulted with hallucinations that will have him questioning his sanity. The game takes inspiration from various works, such as The Thing, The Fly, and even some works from H.P. Lovecraft. This all combines together to create a truly horrifying presence, the sheer dread that a fate worse than death awaits the players should they fail.
Fuck. Stop fast.
The story is surprisingly well written. For such a simple concept of monsters and man, it gives a lot of depth to the characters. This makes up quite well for the lack of a story, so to speak. Each character has their own personality and you mostly like them, or don't care for them at all.
Enjoying your last day, McCleary?
This really brings the world around you to life. Even the minor background characters feel rather fleshed out, even with only a few minutes of screen time.
Need a hand there, fellas? McCleary? No, I can scalp in this here all by myself. No, we're all right. Cheers, though. Fair enough.
You want to transfer here, McCleary? You give me less lip.
loves it.
Clary, my office. Don't make me ask again.
In a better mood today, is he?
It'll be alright, Kaz. You get used to it. We all get a turn.
Try not to punch him. No promises.
I'm trapped in an oil rig in the middle of the ocean, trapped and nowhere to go. This is quite a unique setting. Normally horror games give you a series of zones to explore and navigate, while avoiding the various horrors lurking nearby. Still Wakes the Deep literally traps you in one location that is slowly degrading and being pulled apart, giving a literal sense of nowhere to go. While the game is comprised of stealth, it's extremely forgiving. Each time it's required is usually to avoid a monster. The game gives you plenty of hiding spots in these sections, usually on a linear path or an open room if required. Alongside this, the areas are littered with plenty of objects that can be thrown, which will distract the monster, leading them to the point of impact. While mainly a walking sim in most cases, or a stealth game, there are also encounters that require you to run like hell, which is a nice change of pace. Pun not intended. The game takes inspiration from various works, such as The Thing, The Fly, and even some works from H.P. Lovecraft. This all combines together to create a truly horrifying presence, the sheer dread that a fate worse than death awaits the players should they fail.
Jesus. What the fuck's happened to them? Stuck fat. Jesus. My heat. Fucking hell. What is that? Fuck.
Honestly, I can't really think of many downsides to this game. One instance that really stands out though is in the engineering level towards the end of the game. You're required to climb back up through the now flooding rig to get back to your accommodations. One ladder has a QTE that will drop you into the rising water if you fail it. The problem is, you fail it regardless as the game does not register the button being pressed. I'm not sure if this is an intended feature or a bug, but it persisted in all 3 playthroughs of the game I did. So definitely something happening there. First monster encounter stands out as well, or maybe I'm an idiot. When I first started this game, I died at that point several times before finally sneaking past. I can see this being off-putting for new players who may think the game is too hard if this is the first encounter, but what I didn't know at the time is you don't need to stealth, you can just run. The game even encourages it, but you don't find this out until you trigger the chase. Thankfully the rest of the encounters throughout the game are far more forgiving. I've covered quite a bit of this in the review section, but here I can go full spoilers, so you've been warned. So as I mentioned, there's not really much left to cover, if anything really. As a Scot, I love the representation. I definitely get a wee chuckle when the subtitles display proper English when the characters speak in slang. The characters, love them or hate them, are written well. Despite their brief appearance, you'll grow to like them or despise them. One scene that really comes to mind is the interaction between McCleary, Rafts and Brody. I just find it rather wholesome.
How you doing, boys?
No bad, Kaz. Raf's here's a bit shaky, though. Going to be the lad's first solo dive this morning.
Is that right? You'll be all right, pal. Especially with the big man here looking out for you.
Have you done it before?
Christ, no. I'll stick to the lecky, thanks. No great in tight spaces, and it's blowing a gale out there.
Really filling the lad with confidence there, Kaz.
Sorry, wee man. Don't worry about it. Brody's got you.
Personally, I found the game not to be scary at all, but then again I've come a long way from the shitebag that started this channel, so it takes a lot to even make me jump now. But Still Wakes the Deep is a psychological horror, so it's less about jump scares and more focused on instilling fear of the unknown and the growing hopelessness of the situation. As for the creatures, I love their designs. It does appear to have taken a lot of inspiration from the Thing and the Fly, and looking at each encounter, they become less human. From Trots, who retains most of his human appearance, to Adir, who resembles little more than a blob of flesh.
Jesus, you're fucking joking me. Fuck's sake! I'm trying to save us, you stupid fucking bastard! I see him squeeze through there. Jesus. This fucking flare fired.
But what makes them horrifying is not their appearance, but that they still retain some form of awareness.
Jesus fucking Christ!
They still act and talk like their former selves, but display a lot of rage and hostility, even confusion in Muir's case. When we first encountered the mutated Rennick, he begs for Kaz to help him, just before he loses control and attacks. Or to start when Gibble is in anguish at having killed Douglas, showing that in some form, they are aware of what's happening to a certain degree, though this could depend on how long the victim has been infected.
Gibber, what the fuck? What did you do? No! Douglas! Douglas! Jesus, no. It can't be. Shit. God.
Moving on to your thoughts, we have one comment from Andsomer. I'm definitely butchering that name. Sorry, mate. And he asks, would you recommend? How much is it? I definitely recommend it. The setting is unique in my experience, and it's rare that I play through a game a second time, let alone 3 times. As of the time of writing this, the game's going for £29.99 on Steam, Xbox Live, PSN. And with that, we'll bring things to an end. Have you guys played Still Weeks to Deep? Tell us your thoughts down in the comments below. Till next time.